Two of the most trusted tools in every PC builder's toolkit, CPU-Z and HWMonitor, were just caught serving malware directly from their official website. And before you go uninstalling everything, let me explain what actually happened, because the real story is way more interesting than the clickbait headlines. If you've downloaded CPU-Z or HWMonitor in the last few days, you're going to want to watch this entire video. So first, what are these tools? If you're new here, CPU-Z and HWMonitor are made by a French company called CPUID. These are the go-to utilities for checking your CPU specs, temps, voltages, fan speeds, basically the first things you install when you build a PC. They've got millions of users, and for years, they've been completely legit. No bloatware, no sketchy bundling, nothing. That's what makes this story so wild. On April 9th and 10th of 2026, people trying to download these tools from the official CPUID website were instead served infected installers. Reddit users started noticing something was wrong when their antivirus started screaming at them mid-install. One of the first red flags users spotted was that the HWMonitor 1.63 update was pointing to a file called HWInfoMonitor.setup.exe, which is absolutely not what you'd expect to download from CPUID. The register HWInfo is a completely different tool from a different developer. That's like downloading Chrome and getting Firefox's installer. Immediate red flag. When one user ran the file, Windows Defender flagged it, and a virus total check returned 32 security flags. CPUID themselves confirmed this. CPUID's own statement says a secondary feature, basically a side API, was compromised for approximately 6 hours between April 9th and April 10th, causing the website to randomly display malicious download links. Their original signed files were not tampered with. So this wasn't a case of the software itself being poisoned. The hackers didn't touch the actual CPU-Z or HWMonitor binaries. They compromised the download pipeline, the part of the website that hands you the file. The main developer was on holiday when it happened. Original signed files were not tampered with. So I started digging into what this thing actually does. And yeah, it's not your typical garbage malware. VX Underground analyzed it and found it runs almost entirely in memory, barely touches your hard drive, which means by the time you even suspect something's wrong, there's almost nothing to find. It drops a fake DLL called cryptbase.dll, a real Windows file name, so it just blends in. That DLL quietly calls out to an attacker's server and pulls down more payloads, and one of those payloads goes straight for Chrome's saved passwords. The final stage is something called STX-RAT, a full remote access Trojan. So whoever set this up could have had a live connection into your machine without you knowing. So what do you actually do if you downloaded either tool recently? Check your download history. If you grabbed anything from CPUID between April 9th, 3 p.m. UTC and April 10th, 10 a.m. UTC, assume you're compromised. Change your passwords, check your crypto wallets, turn on two-factor authentication, and run a Malwarebytes scan. If you want to be absolutely sure, clean OS reinstall. Outside that window, you're most likely fine. CPUID fixed it, and the site is serving clean files again. Could have had a live connection into your machine without you knowing. So no, CPU-Z and HWMonitor are not malware. They got used as a delivery vehicle by attackers who compromised the backend for 6 hours. CPUID confirmed it, patched it, and their actual software was never touched. But this is a wake-up call for how we think about software trust. Even the tools you've used for years are only as safe as the infrastructure serving them. If this was useful, drop a like. It helps the channel more than you think. Subscribe if you're new, and let me know in the comments, do you actually verify your downloads, or are you just trusting the green padlock and hoping for the best? I'll see you in the next one.